Hi, I'm Marc Childs from Childs Davidson. Welcome to our video series on FMCG issues. Every year we conduct deep dive research projects on high priority issues in connection with the FMCG Institute. One that we conducted recently was on key account management, looking at how manufacturers engage with major customers and the challenges that this represents in the future. One of the exercises we undertook was to repeat a study we did a few years ago where we took the top 40 retailers in the world, grocery and drug, and we got our clients around the world to evaluate them on two key issues. How differentiated are they and how collaborative are they? And we got them to score those on a scale of 0 to 9. We then took those scores and mapped them on a matrix and compared them with the 5-year cumulative average growth rate being achieved by those retailers as a proxy for their performance. Here's what we found. As you can see on this chart, we've plotted how differentiated retailers are against the vertical axis, and we've plotted how collaborative they are on the horizontal axis. As you might expect, well-differentiated retailers are growing faster, in fact, twice as fast as those that are not so well-differentiated. Of course, there are exceptions, but the averages here are very compelling. It's important to point out that well-differentiated retailers are doing well, even if they're not very collaborative. Similarly, as you can see on this chart, good collaborators are growing twice as fast as those who are not very collaborative, even if they're not well differentiated. The final point I want to make on this third chart is, if you take this group of retailers who are crowded in this area of not very collaborative and not very differentiated, they are doing worse than the other groupings that we showed you. When we do this research, we always find that among the opinions of manufacturers about how collaborative a customer is, there are always outliers. Maybe most manufacturers think that a particular retailer is collaborative and one of them thinks that they're very adversarial, or vice versa. The point is here that manufacturers have a big part to play in conditioning the tone and nature of the relationship with major retailers, because big ideas come from manufacturers, not from retailers. So those manufacturers who are on strategy and who are able to be proactive and creative in what they bring to customers often find that they have a very collaborative relationship. On the other hand, we have to also accept then that if some customers are quite adversarial in their behavior, it could be that manufacturers are conditioning that behavior somehow. I certainly think that in tough times, manufacturers tend to be more conservative and more defensive in the way they approach their relationship with customers. The emphasis on rearguard action and protecting revenues becomes greater than it would be in a period of growth. I recommend that companies look very closely at how they're engaging and be sure that you're not being too conservative. Be sure that you are looking for opportunities to engage effectively and taking creative ideas to your customers. You might just be surprised that even those who look a little bit adversarial are going to be receptive to those ideas and are going to engage with you more effectively. The other thing is, by all means, go and show these charts to your customers, because the evidence is very compelling that a collaborative retailer is going to do better than one that isn't. This is Marc Childs from Childs Davidson. Thank you for watching.